Hi, Katzcradul here. There are some things I really like about YouTube. One of them is that I've been able to make some really good friends, some that will be friends for my entire life. I have some new friends that I haven't known for very long, but I can already tell that we're going to be good friends as well. One of those is Debbie, and you may know her from the Prebain Channel. She and her husband share that channel. She posted a video, I think it was today, I watched it today anyway, about how important it is to prepare now for whatever is going to come. And I know that sounds silly because most of the people who watch both of our channels are preppers anyway, and you're probably thinking, well, that's what we do every day. Well, that may or may not be true. Most of us gather stuff every day, and we've got lots of stuff. And some of us are smart and have gone beyond that and are gathering skills. You know, not that anybody's not smart, but what I'm saying is that it's more than just gathering stuff. And if you've moved to the next level of also gathering skills and collecting those and collecting information, even that you don't think you need now, like books, those kind of resources are just so smart. But Debbie in her video today talked about the ups and downs of prepping, and really not just the part of collecting things, but really trying to walk the walk and live the prepping life and practicing now to be what we want to be when TEOTWAWKI happens. And she mentioned that, if you don't know, the end of the world as we know it. If the clock were to be rolled back a couple of 100 years, how are we going to transition into that lifestyle? And we've got to be doing it now, or else it's just going to come as such a shock to us that many of us won't be able to survive that, just the shock of it all. And we'll have supplies, and we'll have stuff, and we'll have buckets of food, and still will not be assimilated into that new lifestyle. She showed where she forgot to close a garden gate last night, or somebody at her house forgot to close a garden gate, and some kind of animal got into her corn. She was growing it for seed. She has a little bit left, but really most of that little plot was decimated. The corn's laying flat, and she talked about how sickening that is. And I understand that, because you know, we're trying to do that here. We're trying to walk the walk and really live it pardon me, and really grow as much of our own food as we can. And many of you know pardon me, that we have been just overrun this year with bugs. But you know what? We knew that was going to happen. We had such a mild winter. We knew we should have been more ready than we were. The bugs ate up my green beans. I'm trying to salvage them now. They ate much of the raspberry leaves. We've had animals die this year because of the heat. And it's all devastating to us. My husband posted a video last night where he showed our grapevine and grape leaves, and we're not going to have grapes this year. And you know what? That's okay right now, because I can just go to the store and buy more grape juice. But if it was you know, long-term crisis situation, that would have brought me to tears, and it would be devastating for me, because I would be counting on those grapes not only for juice but for jelly, and the skins and seeds and all that for my worms. Every little thing that we have put in place here is important. Now, what that brought me to was, I would normally not make a video about something like this because it may seem silly to you, and I just don't think generally it's worthy of a video. But I'm thinking, you know what, I need to share more of what I do that maybe doesn't seem like traditional prepping stuff to most people. Here I've went and got some potatoes out of my yard this afternoon that I was fixing with supper, and I put just enough water to boil them. I never put excess. I just cover the potatoes with the water. Well, here I was about to drain them so I could fix them for supper, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to show you what I do so that you will know. I am in the habit of not wasting anything. I think it's good practice not to waste, because if I were in a long-term crisis situation, I would not waste a single resource. Now, this just looks like water coming off potatoes to you maybe, but it's 5 things in that jar to me. If I was restricted on the amount of water I could use, I would never pour that water down the sink. I would save that water. But there's more in that than just water. There is water. There is salt that I salted my potatoes with. There is potato starch. There are vitamins and there are minerals. I would never, ever in a TEOTWAWKI situation dream of pouring that down the sink, and I don't even now, because I'm practicing to be what I want to be. And that could all be used again in a soup. The salt is there. I wouldn't have to resalt it. The water is there for adding the liquid. Minerals and vitamins are in there, and the potato starch would thicken it. All I do is just put this in a glass canning jar, screw a lid on, put it in my refrigerator. It's good to use again. That water is full of good things that don't need to go down the drain. This is just a simple example, but I want you to start thinking about the things you do and the amount of waste we generate and how we waste resources. What would you do if you were like me? If it was a TEOTWAWKI situation right now and your water barrels were empty and dry like mine, would you pour the water out when you drain your green beans out of the can? Heck no, you would save all that. Would you, if your resources were limited and you didn't know when your next crop was going to be available, would you throw away the 2 or 3 tablespoons of corn or green beans? No, you would save them up and you would use them. And just those kind of things are what I want you to think about. Go check out Debbie's channel. She's excellent. I know that she is an amazing teacher. I'm a teacher myself, and usually a good teacher can spot a good teacher, and I know that her kids adore her. I can tell because she is real. She probably doesn't pull any punches and doesn't mess with them. She teaches children who are at risk, and I know she's as plain talking to them as she is to me, and I just want to thank her for being a great teacher out there, not only to those children but also to us as well. She's very reflective in the video I just mentioned to you. Please go watch it because it may make you think of things that you need to consider as well. I hope this helps you. Cat's Cradle.